of the video is to how to not instantly fail as a team before you start. A few steps are involved. The first step, or step 0, is how good you think you are, or how good you are. You'll eventually lose to shitters. First point is understanding and coping with that. If you cannot cope with a loss, how are you prepared to cope will win? It's like step 0. You need to be mentally capable, relaxed and calm down. If you get tilted, don't make a team. Very simple. A lot of this game is mental. The first step is the real step. Step 1. Why have you made this team? What do you guys collectively want to get out of it? Make finals of whatever league you're a part of? Do you want to get season experience? Or do you want to get picked up by a better team? Whatever your goal is, as long as everyone has a mutual understanding of everyone's goals, you'll be right. You don't want some guy thinking, treating like it's life or death, one guy just doing it for fun. They're going to have different visions and different expectations, and that's just not good. It creates tension, and tension is what kills teams. So there's a lot more to CS than in just individual play. One of the first points about the team aspect is you need to understand loyalty doesn't exist. It does in traditional sports. It doesn't simply. It's like AU politics. Always roster changes. Something breaks down for a 2x. Traditional Counter-Strike team solution to the problem. Something not working, roster change, roster change, roster change. It's just the Australian style. Nothing new. Some facts here all about Counter-Strike Pro League lineups. They last about an average of 9 months with Core 5, except Versus Pro, but that's Versus Pro. So there is likely to be a roster change, so you need to understand who the most important players are on the team and why. It might not be the best for 8, it could be a support player. There are no defined roles in Counter-Strike, though. This ain't League Legends or Dota. Just understand what made those core 3 players so impactful on the team. What makes Zipnix right now so impactful in Australis? Why do I consider him the most important player in the team compared to what he used to be? He's just gotten better at crucial rounds. Sometimes it's not that simple though. Look at Crims. He was a essential support player when he wasn't just Olive, JW and Flashes pushing, just front going bang bang bang, everyone dying. He would just sit back, throw flashes, throw grenades, watch angles. Without him, they wouldn't have done anything there. Would have done. Okay. I used to be an IGL, right? What you need to do, I didn't do this, is to be your team's emotional and moral captain, not just the in-game leader of a team. No matter how hard you mess up, everyone needs to be fine with how everything has been played out in the round. Everyone needs to be cool with each other. Most importantly, they are fine with you, and you are fine with them. Because as soon as they're not fine with you, they don't trust you. In an ideal world, people look up to you, but they don't have to. They just got to trust and believe in your strats. That is all that is all that it is. This is why Carrigan didn't work in Australis. From what I can tell, people stopped believing him. Same shit applies for amateur Counter-Strike. Next step, pug with your team. Don't just show up to games and scrims. It doesn't build team chemistry the same way as what you might learn in a pug. In a pug, it's a more casual environment. You learn things differently. It's one of those things that are hard to quantify and explain. Don't just rush into a team-only environment. If you can't play with them in a pug, how do you expect to play with them in a team? I'll give you an example from an IGL's perspective. You're going to be playing with Jacob. He plays clutch situations very passively. If you're going to scrim, you're going to be focused about a lot of other stuff in an official game. The level is going to be increased. You focus on how the round will be played out. In a pug, all the other stuff isn't really there. You just got to see how he plays the situation and play off him. So when it comes to official, you have better chemistry and can retake together, etc. In a pug, as you just practice pot flashing for your teammates and being a decent teammate. There's also a side point, but whenever a game ends, no one in the team is allowed to leave till 15 minutes after the game. Because what happens if someone just leaves instantly, they don't care, they have negative attitude in the game, no one is allowed to leave till 15 minutes after the game. Very simple, it's black and white, not hard. Another issue I learnt was, if you die, don't just alt-tab and go on your Facebook. Like, if you're going to be completely anti-social nerd, at least call first and pull your phone out. I wouldn't go into comments because that needs its own video. It's hard to explain. Please watch it for a bit. Don't just go out and die and go on your phone. Next point is treat every enemy with respect. If you're a bad man team, mate, nothing else, just disband. No one wants to scrim you. No one wants to play you. Just a bad man, a bloke. No bad man, it's very simple. The one time it can be good is yours versus them attitude. That's why Freakazoid did to Cloud9 ages ago, according to Foreign. Yeah, I don't think that's a very good thing, personally. Because if you're just an arsehole, people won't want to do shit with you. People might be dicks in officials. You just got to pause for 1 second. They might just be unpause or get in the admins. Just be respectful. No one wants to be known as disrespectful. Just have good manners. But the enemy of bad manners, Treat it like they're trying to hurt you and your team. Try so hard you put them in the ground. People need to learn to show respect to others, but try to hold to big games. That's where real impact happens, and make sure they suffer. Very important point is record every single point. A very important point is record every single result. I'm going to show a spreadsheet right now. Every single scrim, every single prac, everything. Put that into a Google spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, put overpass, cobble, mirage, all the competitive maps. Record everything, round scores, etc. I personally like to record pistol rounds. As you can see, the terrorist pistol rounds aren't working, or if you're terrible on one certain map, maybe your strats clearly aren't working, which leads back to the topic scrims. You don't want to be going full balls to the wall, but you just need to have different levels. Sometimes you're practicing default, executes, etc. But just don't take advice. Listen to a clip by Spunj. He sums it up quite nicely.
We'll loosen up, we'll have a bit of fun, but everybody needs to be on the same page, because if you're practicing and one person has one idea and a few other people in the other team are messing around and the in-game leader wants to be super serious, that's when tilt ensues, right? The in-game leader, he starts to get angsty, he's mad at his players are
doesn't
just
feel
laughing.
respected.
Exactly,
yeah.
and it can happen, like let's say the AWPer wants to play very seriously, but everybody else doesn't feel the same way. Everyone has to be on the same wavelength or the same page. It's so super important, and you need to be mature enough and you need to be adults, because this is a job and you have to treat it like one. And if somebody is there...
So that's reiterating what Spunj just said. Just get everyone on the same page. It's easier 5v5 than 4v5. The other guy convinced he's doing the right thing. As much as you can think you can win 1v5, you can't win. It can't be played 1v5. One god can't carry 4 people consistently to win rounds. On the topic of rounds, every round is winnable. Don't just throw rounds away. It's really silly. If it's in an eco, just don't rush out with the attitude. The round is over. Yada yada yada. Let's just play the next one. Like, every game is winnable. You don't see those epic comebacks when people just give up. May sound a bit cliche, but taking one round at a time is true. Seriously, it's how it works. You just gotta relax, and that's the trick to Counter-Strike. You can't be mad. You gotta be calm. It's very, very simple. Yeah. Another section I want to tackle, if I've not stated enough, having 5 people doing the same strat. Doesn't matter how brain dead the strat is. Everyone needs to trust the IGL. If you're a toxic IGL, like I was, it's not going to work. I'll give you a clear example. Just, you'll watch this, and you'll see how brain dead the strat is, but they still do it. I noticed as well, when I was in IGL, when it comes to viewers. When it comes to viewers. Some people... I noticed this as well as an IGL when it comes to viewers. Some people shine when being streamed, and other people show ponies and actually throw a lot around. You don't think of it till after it happened, so just be aware. If you have points of grenades differences with T and CTs, they're pretty complex topics to go into. But ideally, T nades give control, and CT nades prevent control or allow control for themselves. Just a quick point, old draft. Just don't throw random flashbangs for do nothing. Like, it's basic CS, but people still do it. No point just wasting $200 to get no advantage. Just be smart with your nades. Just practice in a pugs with your teammates. It's the easiest way to get more and better with that. Grenades are a hard topic. Stirs your own video. But now back to the game plan. So this image by Fallen. This is knowledge you should already know as an IGL. But as a tease, these are the ways you can execute a round. These are just overpass, for example. Contract, dry flashbangs, executes, 2-stage execution, fake. This one shows double fakes, etc. Fallen's one of the best IGLs in the world. Like, he's presented these videos, which you can watch with subtitles. They're very good. But what you also got out of it was make sure you're efficient with your information. That was also a key point I noticed. See, as on CT side, a fellow team might have had a new team where his IGL didn't believe he didn't have to call on CT side. It's completely ludicrous, because on CT side, an IGL job is just doing the original setup, working on the first picks, and controlling the important parts of the map. We've calculated push the early, mid, late round. Learning retake effectively as a team. A-site Mirage is arguably pretty easy to retake if you've got 5v5 with grenades. Or if they're executing and you expect a full rush, just throw grenades, mollies, etc. Just assume knowledge, just reiterating. Next, this is kind of personal opinion, but it isn't done right. Even the professional scene, I reckon. It's the pause. They seem to be used way too late. Like, why use it when it's 6 your way and they've got 14? They're on match point. Why not use it when it was like 4-6? You just tend to give up norms, because one pause per half, as an example, So why use it at 5-9 when you can just give up those 3 rounds? Like, you could use the pause earlier. So my first point, the problem with the current use of pause is just use them earlier, because there's no point just not using them. It's a thing you could have. My second point, pauses in IGL perspective, is what the fuck do you do during them? You have 3 options during the pause. The Fnatic pause. So everyone's relaxing. That's what was happening in a Fnatic pause. They said it themselves. No one says anything, everyone relaxes. When you guys have the right play, but it's missing shots, helps everyone calm down. Tip, if you're an IGL getting overwhelmed, or a player clearly seeing the IGL is getting overwhelmed, use a Fnatic style pause. It's very helpful. Second type is discuss what is going on, relax, then run the exact same style. Keyword is relax, but you also do have to discuss. And the third type, which is possibly the weakest type since it's kind of the most obvious, is completely change everything up. This is personally, because it's what the enemy expects you to do. If you're defaulting A executes on Mirage 6 rounds in a row, they're clearly going to expect some fast action A or mid. Then, if not, it's a default to hit B. So just, like when you're playing pause, just relax. Don't think what the enemy is doing. To play against a pause, relax. Don't think what the enemy is doing. As an IGL, just play chess. Just what would you expect to do in their situation? Your brain can work out what is most likely thing they'll do. You can tell the Fnatic pause. You can tell the different types of pauses. For example, a Fnatic pause, because their setup is correct. Like, they should be winning the rounds, but they're just missing shots. But the pause is also a 6th element, which you need to consider. It's a bluff for both sides. Next thing, when it comes to setting up a team, set a schedule that is realistic. Don't just say you're going to practice 4 times a week, because you're not. I know, you're full of shit. It's easier to add more days. You'll burn yourself out way too quickly. So just relax. Just say, we'll practice 1, and then just add an extra day like a week later, when you know you can attend at least that 1 day. Okay. Let's look at some high Australian CGA, so amateur CS. Some of those teams could quite easily be CGA, but they disband because they get tilted, don't respect it, and trust each other. Same shit applies when you're starting a team to when you're ending. They just need to relax. That is it. I have a couple links in the description of anything I talked about, but please watch this Mental Tips by James. There's a caster, if you guys don't know him. It's a very good video, my personal opinion. So, thank you for listening to the video. If you guys like this style of video, please just comment, like, subscribe, whatever people do these days. I don't know what they do. Just do that. Thanks.